Do you think people liked the puzzle bit last time, Zach?
The puzzle we made very little effort to solve and then didn't solve and didn't give them an answer to.
But I posted about it in the Discord, and that's CC, vertical integration. That's what that means. Well, either way, we're doing the puzzle again because I just opened another beer, and this has a puzzle on it. Anyway.
This is awesome.
Oh, fuck. Hey. Good to see you among the living, man. Check it out. It's the latest talent mix.
Thanks, Pete.
Good to see you all among the living. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Talon Mix. It's two grown men talking about Smallville. I'm Brian. Zach is here. We have another puzzle under a beer fucking cap.
Yes, it's looks okay. Tell me what we're looking at. We're looking at a capital M and I.
An eye, a literal, like a human eye.
Right. And then looks like a piece of meat.
It looks like a classic cartoonish, like fucking big ol' ham. A Sunday ham for...
Oh, I know it. I got it. I solved it.
Okay, real fast. Just for... we have the letter E, and then we have what appears to be one of those tool bench things you use to keep something in place.
It's called a vise.
A vice, of course. Oh, I knew that. I was just doing a little puzzle for you. See if you could figure that out.
So, do you want me to tell you what it is, or do you want to try to figure it out?
I'm terrible at these kind of things. I will never figure it out. Why don't you tell me what it is?
Okay, so M and then an I.
No, wait. Let me figure it out for a while. And then at the end of the episode, you'll reveal what the puzzle is.
I'm just relieved we got this one. It would have been embarrassing.
I am not good at these. I don't do that in my brain at all.
I'm going to be honest. I had part of it, but I needed you to tell me that was a ham. And that's what got me. That's what solved it for me.
Okay. M-I... Hammy Vice.
My hammy vice.
My hammy vice. My hammy vice. Okay, great. I have one more beer here. So we got one more puzzle. Okay. Hi, everybody. This week we watched Progeny. It's the 18th episode in the 6th season of Smallville. It's the 128th episode overall. It aired April 19th, 2007. So this episode's fucking nuts.
You know, I remember, I think this is the one episode of season 6 that I missed. And I remember because I was desperate to find it online to watch it, and I couldn't.
Oh, wow.
This is before they just put him online afterward.
Right.
This is where all you had was Television Without Pity, or like some recap that you could read.
Yeah, wow, what a time.
Or like illegal if you could find it. But we were in Canada. I don't know. I had trouble with it.
People would upload like How I Met Your Mother episodes in like 15 parts on YouTube.
Yes.
And so what I would do is in my apartment in Vancouver, I didn't have internet in my apartment. But the common area of my apartment building did have just free Wi-Fi. So you could chill out in like the very nice lobby common area and use the Wi-Fi. And that was manageable in a way that would not be manageable. That did not... that was a burden. Like, that sucked. It didn't suck that bad. That would suck more now, if that makes sense.
Now that you can have any piece of entertainment you want pretty much at your fingertips in an instant, that's like unacceptable. You can't go back.
Upstairs, I watched my DVDs. Right. Or what I would do is load up all 15 parts of the latest episode of How I Met Your Mother. And then I would, because at the time, they don't do this anymore, the whole video would load. So you could let the whole thing load, then bring it upstairs, and then I could play the episode in like 5-minute chunks.
It was a desperate time.
It was a different time. I actually, now remembering about it, I haven't thought about it. If I sat near my window, I had these big floor-to-ceiling windows in my studio apartment, and if I sat near my window, I could jack somebody. I could get onto somebody else's Wi-Fi, which was good for pornographic needs.
Yeah, I mean, Vancouver was the first time I had my own private internet, so you can only imagine. So I think the next year was when I remember first watching shows like the next day online, like on their website. So I think that's when it started, was the next year.
Yeah, wow. Hulu I remember Hulu starting, and that was free at the time. With ads.
Wow. Yeah, vaguely remember Hulu, yeah.
And it was I would struggle. Hulu is one of the ones that I pay for that I would struggle to not have. Of like, I've made it without cable because I just watch my shows on Hulu the next day. I don't need them the day of usually. But,
emergency, Brian, emergency. I'll be right back.
Great. Okay, let's get right into the recap. On March 29th, 1995, an 8-year-old Chloe Sullivan arrives home to show her mother Moira her latest article. Took me a second to realize, like, oh, that's supposed to be Chloe. Got it. Jump scare Linda Carter.
I was going to say, do you know who that is?
Of course. We're basically throwing every TV superhero at the wall here.
Oh, I think Smallville gets every single one up to that point.
Yeah.
In the show at some point.
Yeah, that rules.
Definitely every actor who was in a Superman thing.
Yeah.
You know, aside from Gene Hackman.
Okay. So, I want to talk about this. I have received information that a publication is working on a definitive list of greatest TV series based on DC comic properties. And I have been informed that our show, that Smallville, may not be ranking very high. To which, excuse me?
This is
fucking excuse me?
Listen, this is some young people recency bias nonsense.
Nonsense.
No. Look, I guess we can wait till the rankings come out to really do this, but
what the fuck are you talking about? It's like it was brought up to me that the Watchmen HBO show would like rank very, very high on this list. Fuck.
Sure.
I haven't seen the show. I'm never going to watch that show. I believe everyone that it's good. I don't watch TV that much. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of my house.
Oh, where's Birds of Prey? Hopefully.
Number one, baby.
If Smallville is below Gotham, we're going to have a problem.
We're going to have a problem.
Right.
So we'll deal with that list when that comes out. Unfucking-believable.
Lists designed to make people upset.
And it's going to work on me.
Yeah.
This is my one thing.
Smallville should be top 5. Come on.
Minimum. And honestly, I ain't mad at number 1. Number 1. What's number 1?
No.
What is number 1?
Fucking Arrow, The Flash, Watchmen are the...
I'm not that mad if you go Green Arrow or Flash, just in that did create a whole like thing for them. I don't fucking care about it, but I'm not mad at it. I'm also not mad if you go more historical precedent, Batman 66, etc., etc.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's got to be up there. I didn't even think about that. Batman the Animated Series, that's your number 1.
Batman the Animated Series is number 1.
Watch. Yeah. That's not going to be their number 1. Watch it.
I'm going to be pissed. I'll be pissed. Yeah, if you want to fuck around in those zones, that's okay. Like, if you want to go Batman, Superman, Justice League, Batman Beyond, that's fine. I just hit my mic stand. Okay.
I just think if you're gonna, whichever one is, Smallville should be representing your CW shows. That should be the highest.
That should be the
CW
highest on your
shows,
CW shit.
in my opinion.
If you're
Because
ranking another CW
Smallville
show.
walked so those other shows could run. Like those shows don't exist
Exactly.
without Smallville.
Exactly. I quite liked Superman and Lois. I've talked about it on this show a lot. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck. I have spent 3 seasons of this show going like, fuck this show. Fuck you. I can say that. I'm doing the work. I'm putting the work in, so I can say that. You rank this show higher than any other CW show. Fuck you.
We love this show. Okay, don't get it twisted.
All right. Chloe shows her mother Moira her latest article, young Chloe. However, she is dismayed to find her mother in tears. Moira tells her that she loves her before men in suits arrive to take Moira away. I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, I think you check yourself in, right? If that's
Check
what's
yourself in, or the police check you in.
the white, yeah, the guys are wearing their white suits to your house.
Right. I don't think they knock on your door in white suits and like, we're here to take you to the nut house.
All right, let me back.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, just let me go talk to my 8-year-old, who I'm not a danger to, I guess, because you're letting me do it. Like,
Yeah, we'll be in the other room. It's fine.
yeah, it's fine. 12 years later, in the present, Lex is driving home when a truck forces him off the road. The driver smashes his window, knocks him out with a flashlight, and steals a flash drive. It is revealed to be Chloe. Somebody
Lex.
Oh,
Lex
shit.
concussion.
Lex
This is
concussion.
the first Lex concussion of season 6, baby.
Have we...
Okay.
This is great.
We passed the Johnny Knoxville.
We're well past it. Got it. We don't even need to relitigate. Got it.
Well, let me count it. Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 13, 17 concussions. Wait, that might be... Is that what Johnny Knoxville had? I always forget.
I always forget. We don't write it down. We're not good at this.
We write down the Lex concussions.
We're not responsible for Johnny Knoxville's concussions. I have over a dozen. Let's see. How many times has not Johnny Knoxville been? 17. He thinks his concussion count is 16 after Jackass Forever ... Although it may be 17. So we're definitively tied.
Yeah, yep. I'm doing the numbers. I'm crunching the numbers again. Yes, 17. So at the very least, they're tied. If not, Lex has more. So
and next
No
concussion, we're definitely over. and then once again, if you haven't listened to the show in a while, Johnny Knoxville has been instructed by his doctor, you can't get another concussion.
Right.
You're done. And then, he's
17.
He does not do as many. He's in Jackass Forever, as much as you expect to see him. But it's a lot of emotional support on the sidelines. He's not doing a lot of stuff in it. And
he did his time.
Yeah. He was asked in Jackass Forever press of would he ever want his kids to go into the Jackass business? And he was like, I did it so they don't have to.
Yeah, the Jackass business.
There was talk of a Paramount Plus TV series maybe coming out. I hope that's still happening. I think it would by now if it hadn't.
Certainly there's always going to be a group of idiots willing to hurt themselves. It doesn't have to be Johnny.
Well, that's the thing of did YouTube make that television show not as important as it is to me deeply in my... I'm much more into the movies than I ever was the TV show. But, same for Star Trek. Love a Star Trek movie. TV show's fine.
We're movie guys.
We're movie
guys.
That's why
we have a TV recap podcast.
Every week? They do one of these every week? That's awful. Okay. Chloe wakes up the next morning and is puzzled to see muddy boots on the floor. Clark is meeting her for coffee that morning, but notices that she has overslept and is acting a little dazed. Chloe admits that she has secretly been freaking out since learning that she is meteor infected. I forgot about that. We didn't bring it up at all in the last episode.
Not important.
Definitely one of those, like, we don't fucking know what the fuck this is.
That's the story of this season, man.
Seriously.
That's the story of the season. Is
Fucking for real.
We're writing checks. We don't know if we can cash or not.
Which, that's my move. But
Yeah.
I think it was a Bob's Burgers bit of they open an envelope and there's no check inside of it. And they go, shit. And everyone's like, that's our move. Clark assures her that she doesn't have to go through it alone and offers to drive her to work. Okay, meanwhile, Lex tells Lana about his accident. Lana hasn't been sleeping since losing the baby.
Typical superhero plotline.
Awesome. And confesses to Lex that she hasn't told anyone about the miscarriage. Lana starts to wonder if there is something wrong with her and demands a complete checkup to find out exactly what went wrong. So Lex makes the appointment. They do some due diligence here that in like early months, like Lana wasn't even showing. That's it's
Right.
many miscarriages look like a missed period. It's
Right.
in those when we were pregnant with when my wife was physically pregnant with our daughter, when she came in with the pregnancy test, was like, I'm pregnant, and look, we were both just like, what we know is you have a positive pregnancy test.
Yes. Yep. How long did they say before you tell people? It's like a while,
3 months.
Right?
3 months
3 months
is
okay.
what's recommended.
When did Lana? It was like December, right? Mm-hmm. So this is 4 months in.
Yeah, pretty well within the very, very not unlikely window that this could happen.
Okay. Would she be showing it at all?
It's so, I feel like, I'm skewed, obviously different bodies, different things. I feel around 4 to 5 was definitely like people started to get up for Emily on the subway without her, like,
Right.
I think that started to happen.
Lana's not showing at all.
No.
She is a TV character, though, so
Yes.
that helps. That always helped. You know, Jennifer Aniston in Friends didn't gain any weight when
No.
she had her baby.
Of course not. Amazing. Amazing. I do want to say, a quick tangent. Of course, anyone listening in New York, there's a couple of you. Of course, without a shadow of a doubt, you see a pregnant person on the subway, you have, or the bus, you have to get up. You have to get up. And don't wait to be asked. Like, and don't, slash, also don't ask, do you want to sit? Just get up. Just get up. Offer your fucking seat. Just do it. That said, this was, I just had a long fucking day at work. I had the longest fucking day, and I had a long ride home, and I was going to have a long night at home. I was having a bad one, and all I was looking forward to was just playing my little video game on the subway. And I look up from my little game, and I just see a pregnant belly in front of me, and it's the most like... And I was right in rush hour, so like there's no other seat, you know, it's standing, and it's the most, of course I did the right thing. I did the right fucking thing, but like it's almost like I don't want to do the right. Why isn't
Brian,
anyone else doing the right thing right now?
You didn't get her pregnant? You don't. Shit.
That's I mentioned it. My number one was and you see it all the time. Do you want to sit? Should I get up? Yeah, get up. Just get up. Assuming you can, assuming you have, an able
Please
body.
tell me I don't have to get up. Please.
Right,
Please
right.
Tell me you don't
No,
want to
just
sit.
get up. Just get the fuck up. Once again, presuming you are able-bodied. You know what I mean. You know what I fucking mean. Okay. On the way to the Daily Planet, Clark and Chloe see Lex's car at the accident site. Chloe wants to investigate and convinces Clark to turn around. Clark uses his super hearing.
Did you notice when this episode becomes a Toyota commercial for 30 seconds?
Oh, yep.
He's like, "Hey, turn around." So there's a shot, like a wide shot of this field, and the Toyota truck just turns around, drives towards the camera, and I was like, "Why are we showing this?" And then I realized, the logo is coming right at us.
Yeah.
It's like, here's a Toyota truck, brand new, beautiful, driving through a field. This
There you
is
go.
a commercial in the middle of our show.
So fucking wild. And you got to do what you got to do, but it's so fucking wild.
Fucking Subway and Community.
Right. Community was the best utilization of branding probably ever.
Right. Community and Chuck both did that around the same time, where Subway bailed them out. Like, they had seasons because of Subway.
Got it.
They integrated them into the story, and both of them kind of did tongue-in-cheek. Community is obviously better at that than anything. So
Right.
Community's is better, but Chuck did a pretty good job of it too, if I remember.
I gotta do Chuck. It's the guy who made the OC, and I fucking love the OC. God.
Brian, I love Chuck. It's very Smallville in a lot of ways, but I love Chuck. I would watch that.
We're gonna do a trade show where you watch an episode of Chuck, or you watch an episode of the OC, I watch an episode of Chuck, and we just talk about different episodes of a show by the same creator.
No, we just both watch each episode and we talk about them.
I guess so. Yeah, there we go. We
it.
alternate week by week
We have
what show we're
yeah,
doing.
Exactly. We have time. We still got, looking at my watch here, 4.5 seasons of this show left. Although I'm excited. Soon enough, we're going to get into stuff that Brian has never seen before, and that'll be fun.
We're now in stuff I saw one time.
Right.
It's
Yes, we're in stuff where you have very little memory of it.
yes, but there will eventually be nothing. Okay. Clark uses his super hearing to hear Lex's security explaining that whoever ran him off the road stole a flash drive. Clark spots a button under the car and retrieves it. When he shows it to Chloe, she says that it is hers. Clark is skeptical of Chloe's involvement. They go back to the Talon, where Chloe finds the flash drive in her boot. I gotta say, the mystery episodes don't really do it for me, brother.
No, I was...
Oh, this summary's so fucking long! Fucking mystery episodes, man!
I was thinking earlier, anytime the soundtrack, they're playing a lot of the off keys, it's a bad episode.
Yeah.
Like when the soundtrack is doing the creepy, mysterious thing too much,
Yeah.
I'm bored.
Yeah. This episode was not unpleasant to watch, but it's a fucking pain in the ass to recap. So what's important here is that we are the heroes. Okay, Chloe plugs it in and finds information about someone who can control other meteor freaks and is shocked to discover the file is on her mother. Clark takes Chloe to the facility in which her mother was receiving care, but the receptionist informs her that she was told to never come back after causing a scene earlier that week. Chloe can't remember this event, and Clark says she hasn't visited in months. The receptionist informs her that Moira Sullivan was transferred. Chloe is upset that no one notified her, but Clark calms her down. He notices a security camera and tells Chloe to wait as he ducks into the security office. Okay, Moira is being held captive in a laboratory by Lex. He informs Moira that he ordered the administration of the drug that brought her out of her catatonic state. Moira insists that she has only ever been able to control Chloe. What?
Little known fact, Brian. Did you know that all secret Luthor Corp facilities are designed by the same people who designed laser tag arenas?
That's fucking dope as shit.
Look at you, just the design of these places. It's just like
you're exactly right. They probably are just using like fucking late. That's fucking brilliant. You need a DC comic like superhero fucking thing like laser tag, guys. Boom, done.
yeah.
Okay, Lex believes she can use her powers to control other people as well. Lex forces Moira to demonstrate her power by locking her in a room with another infected patient, Lowell, who has super strength. On Lex's orders, Lowell advances onto Moira and throws a desk at her. To protect herself, she controls him and tells him to stop. Instantly, he stops his attacks and sits down. Like, what
She
the
can control
fuck are
Meteor
you talking about?
people. She can control Meteor for some reason. If you're Meteor infected, she can control you. So that's cool. And she doesn't
So
even
has
have to
Chloe
be
always been Meteor infected?
I guess so. Well, I think maybe they got it around the same time. I don't know.
Okay.
But
That don't make no sense. She was already locked
why not?
away in the
It's
second
latent.
meteor shower.
it's latent. It's latent.
That don't make no sense. that don't make no sense. Okay, Clark and Chloe watch the security tape at the planet, which shows Chloe punching out a doctor and yelling to see her mother. She still cannot remember the event. Oh my god, how much of this is left?
In Chloe's
So
defense, she tries to walk past this doctor, and the doctor just grabs her arm. So she's in her right to turn around and punch the doctor.
much. Yeah,
I
right?
think.
There you go, doctor.
Can't be grabbing people's arms.
Can't be grabbing people's arms. With his suspicions confirmed, Lex demands that Moira use her mind control to bring back a violent psychopath who escaped Belle Reve the previous night. However, Moira instructs the man to kill Lex instead. The escapee goes to the mansion and attacks Lana just as he is about to kill her.
My favorite part of her power, Moira, is that she can control other meteor freaks, and she doesn't even have to be in contact with them. She just has to touch an item that they touched.
Convenient.
Like she's, yeah, I don't know how that works. But
Amazing.
It's really helpful.
Incredible.
Like a bloodhound. Like, give me that scent.
Yeah, I was also thinking that, and amazing how in a writer's room you could just be like, does this work?
Thus is the beauty of the meteor rock, Brian.
Whatever we need, baby.
Uh,
Okay, the escapee goes to the mansion and attacks Lana, and just as he's about to kill her, Clark and Chloe show up. Lana is unconscious, so Chloe tells him to take her to the hospital. Chloe holds the escapee at gunpoint, demanding to know the location of the facility. What's awesome when you do two bummer episodes in a row is that your podcast is two bummer episodes of your podcast in a row.
Wait, okay, so this guy who tries to kill Lana or whatever, his power seems to be that he has a lasso, like a air lasso of some sort.
Like Wonder
He got-
Woman.
Like, oh shit, I didn't even think about that. I was gonna say he got thrown into a pile of meteor rocks during a rodeo.
That's it. No, I like that one better. Yeah, meteor powers seem to have got a lot more weapons focused, huh?
Wait, does Lana get a concussion there?
Let's see here. She tells Clark to stop worrying about her and that she'll be fine. Did we decree at some point that Okay, no, hang on. Sorry, this is in the hospital. I skipped ahead. Lana is unconscious. I think that's good enough. Being knocked unconscious is good
I'm
enough.
marking it. I'm marking it.
Yeah.
I'm being generous.
Okay. Clark visits Lana in the hospital, and she tells him that she lost the baby just after the wedding. Clark expresses his condolences, and Lana admits she thought having a baby would mean a fresh start. No, it ain't. But now that she isn't, this isn't the life she wanted. Lana is subdued.
Lana, it's not. Can't you get an annulment? It's only been a week or whatever.
It's right. I thought we were going to have a baby,
late.
and like now we're not.
Yeah,
And,
it's
like,
not too late. It is.
I don't want to be the one to serve divorce papers to fucking Lex Luthor, but
That's true.
Lana is subdued and resigned. She tells Clark to stop worrying about her and that she will be fine. If I had a superpowered ex-boyfriend, maybe I'd be fine with it.
Lana staying in the Lana Luthor room at Smallville.
Right. Lana fully knows at this point, right?
Knows what? About Clark, yes.
Yes. Clark doesn't know that she knows?
He tried to tell her, and she's like, it's okay, don't worry about it. You don't have to tell me.
Got it. Okay.
Right.
And then she married Lex anyway, because threat. Okay. Lex is angry that Moira caused Lana to be attacked. This is a long paragraph, and I'm just going to get through it, if that's cool. Here we go. Lex is angry that Moira caused Lana to be attacked. Moira tells him to stay away from Chloe, but Lex replies that it's far too late for that, so Moira telepathically tells Chloe to leave town immediately. Chloe goes to the Kent farm to get Clark before she infiltrates the facility, but at Clark's house, she begins to succumb to Moira's influence. She tries to fight it and tells Clark to stop her, but eventually she is fully controlled. She puts a piece of meteor rock in Clark's jacket pocket to subdue him, so she can escape, leaving Clark incapacitated on the floor. Stopping now for breaks or for any thoughts?
Yes. Okay. They're in the kitchen. Chloe's like, hey, Clark, go pour me some water. He pours water. He turns around. She's got meteor rock.
Oh, boy.
Did she carry that shit around with her, Brian, or was that just in the kitchen?
I would. I think that's good to have around.
That's a conversation
A full
later,
Batman?
though, right?
Yeah, right. Hey,
Isn't
you
that
just had that,
hey,
though?
Chloe, yeah. But it looks like the one that they keep around the house because it's in that little lead case.
Right.
So I don't know. Just in the kitchen drawer doesn't seem like the best place for it.
Right. It's like, is that kitchen drawer keeping that for? Or is anytime Clark walks into the kitchen, like, no! Oh no, it's in the lead case. Got it. Okay,
It's in the lead
so
case,
it's fine. It's fine. Zach, relax. It's fine. Any other thoughts?
No, I'm trying to stretch this episode.
Oh, we don't got to stretch, baby. This is so long. We have so much left.
Okay, go ahead. Oh,
Okay. Lex had his people set up a roadblock, and they kidnap Chloe and deliver her to her mother. She wakes up, and she is overjoyed that her mother is fully conscious. Moira explains to Chloe that she had to leave to protect Chloe from her. Chloe devises a way for them to escape the facility. She tricks two guards into opening the door and grabs Lowell's hat. Moira uses it to tell Lowell to set her and Chloe free. He gets shot on the way out, and Moira gets caught again and tells Chloe to get out no matter what it takes. Chloe finds a gun and is met at the end of the hallway by Lex. He tells her not to do something she will regret, and Chloe advances on him.
interesting that that's where the paragraph ends because the next thing she does is shoot at him. I don't know why that would be the
Advances. Advances means shoot.
So it says she finds a gun. That's an understatement. I don't know what this thing is, but it's shooting like a rocket at it. Like the bullet. It's not a bullet. It's like a missile that she shoots at Lex.
Just a fucking Starship Trooper gun.
Yeah, and it is kind of a fun moment because she shoots at Lex, and then Clark gets there, so it slows down. And Clark waits until this rocket thing is like a centimeter from Lex's face before he pushes him out of the way. Like he's thinking about like
It'd fix a couple problems here.
No, totally, and that's what it is. That's what it's supposed to be. And I'm like, that's kind of a cool moment. That's kind of a fun little touch.
Lex gets
would have solved a lot of problems.
Lex gets blowed up by a rocket. Lana's married. They're married.
Ooh, yeah.
Lex
Lana
prenup?
gets a lot of money.
Lex prenup? No.
Although Lionel is his lawyers are gonna.
Yeah. There's gonna be a sitch there,
especially with what we figure out later in the episode and the way the doctor reacts to it.
Yeah. Okay. Martha arrives home to find Clark unconscious on the floor. She puts the meteor rock back into the lead box, and Clark wakes up extremely disoriented. However, he recovers and speeds into Chloe and Lex's confrontation. When Chloe fires the gun at Lex, he hesitates several seconds. Finally, at super speed, he pushes Lex out of the way and collects Chloe. Clark and Chloe take Moira to Queen Tower, the loft apartment of Oliver Queen.
Because we still have that set.
We still have that set. We don't have the guy, but we have the set. And I love how Oliver was like, yeah, use it for whatever weird shit you need. Whatever.
Yeah, anytime you're sick of going to the loft,
Yeah.
just go up to
Clark at this point isn't like, can I like stay here?
Can I bring
guess
a
he's
girl
needed.
over?
I guess he's needed on the farm. Yeah. Can I take girls?
It's a 30-second jog for him. We've established him and the Flash run to Mexico. There should be no goodbyes for Clark on this show.
Right. All right. Chloe arrives with food and asks him if he talked to Oliver. Because he even like, oh, man, I don't want to leave my mom alone in the big house by herself. It can just be like, all right, I'm going to bed. And then, boom, I'm at fucking Oliver Queen's fucking tower.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's no fucking... Yeah. And then text me if you need me. And boom, I'm right back.
Yeah.
Come on, Clark. I'd be so much better with your powers, Clark. Not with the world-saving stuff. Not with the always making the right decision
stuff. A lot more people would be dead.
So many more.
But you would have more fun than he had.
I'd have a lot more fun. That's really it. Chloe arrives with food and asks him if he talked to Oliver because he was setting up a place for Moira to stay in Star City. Clark has to tell Chloe that while she was gone, her mother's condition deteriorated. Moira's speech is forced and halted as she tells Chloe she is slipping back because the drug only lasts 24 hours. Moira refuses to let Chloe use the drug again. Chloe is heartbroken, and Moira slips back into a catatonic state. Chloe is working late at the planet when Lex shows up. Chloe informs him she is tired of his games. Lex tells her that he has had a multitude of evidence that she assaulted him and stole his flash drive, but Chloe is undeterred and states that she'd go to jail if it meant taking him down. Lex then threatens her with worse than prison unless she makes her article about Luthor Corp disappear.
So Lex straight up threatening to kill Chloe now.
Yep.
So that's cool.
Cool guy. I mean, it's what we're doing here.
Right. She is real good friends with his wife, though. Like, she could just be like, hey, your husband
right.
threatened to kill me. I feel like the communication's not great here with all these characters.
A fantastic point.
Never has been.
No, it's really a need to know in between all relationships here. Back at the hospital, the doctor explains to Lana that they found synthetic hormones in her bloodstream. He accuses her of faking a pregnancy and forcing a billionaire to marriage. Lana is upset and confused, insisting that she saw the sonograms. Realizing by Lana's genuinely shocked reaction that she wasn't the one who faked the pregnancy. The doctor answers back with a more sympathetic tone that whatever she saw sure wasn't her baby.
This doctor's kind of a dick. All right,
kind of a dick move. Kind of a not a great bedside manner here.
No, you don't make the accusations. You say, "Here's what we found."
And like,
do you know what's going on here? Not
she
like,
came to the
hospital.
She came to the doctor. So like, clearly there's something going on here.
You obviously tricked this poor billionaire into marriage.
And then outed myself by coming to the fucking... Come on. Are we at Smallville Medical? Are we at Smallville Medical right now?
We are. Yeah, we are.
That explains a lot.
That
makes sense. Chloe goes back to Clark and inquires about Lana. Clark doesn't tell her that Lana miscarried. He just says she's okay. Chloe is upset because her mother will never know how she turned out. But Clark tells her that he told Moira all about her while she was gone. Chloe tells Clark about Lex's confrontation and how he threatened her. Clark is angry at this and says the war is just beginning. Chloe reminds him that they can't do anything until they know Lana is safe.
Well, it's reversed. She's like, Clark is like, well, if he threatened you, then I'm going to go fuck him up. And she's like, we can't do anything until we know Lana's safe. And he goes, it's inevitable. The war is about to begin. And it's like, oh, we're building to something. We're almost to the end of the season. War. We're going to have a war.
Yeah?
Nothing comes of that.
Awesome.
Literally nothing comes of that.
Dope.
There's no war.
Love it.
I think they were intending a Bring Back the Justice League finale where they fight a bunch of meteor army people.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
But I think they couldn't get Justin Hartley or something. It's my memory. I could be wrong.
Hartley is to me the only one that'd be like, oh, okay, we can't do it then, and we're gonna save that. Like if Cyborg couldn't come back, I think you could still do this episode. You know?
Yes, you absolutely. He's the linchpin. Is Oliver Queen, right?
Right. He had to be the one who wasn't available.
Totally.
And then in theory, we'll just do it next time, and then
yeah, and then
here we are. We got some featured music this episode. We got Steppin' by Telepictures, As You Get Closer by Brian Wavy, Scruggs, Telepictures, good episode for Telepictures, huh? Figured Out Love by Fred Spiegelman, and Overture, The Flying Dutchman. The Flying Dutchman by Wagner.
At the beginning, I think it's all in the same scene where Lex is like flicking through the radio channels.
I think you're right.
And it's all those songs we get.
2 fucking Telepicture tracks, though.
3 seconds of 2 tracks.
2 Telepicture numbers that Lex goes, nah.
Yeah, he says pass to both. Yeah. Not great advertising.
All right, looking at the notes here, Moira Sullivan is, of course, portrayed by Linda Carter, famously known for playing DC superhero Wonder Woman in the 1970s on the television show. When the escapee that Moira instructed to kill Lex breaks into the mansion looking for him, he does what looks like a lasso effect in the air to capture Lana from escaping, possibly a reference to Linda Carter and her role of Wonder Woman. Linda Carter was interviewed by TVGuide.com, not TV Guide, TVGuide.com, for her appearance. She reveals she was offered to wear a blonde wig for the role, but thinks the show wanted her to be brunette.
What?
What
does that is a word jumble.
Linda, it's okay. Do they want her to be blonde so that Chloe?
Yeah, but I don't think it's her. I don't think it's Linda. I think it's the person who wrote the wiki entry, because that sentence doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah. She reveals she was offered to wear a blonde wig for the role, but thinks the show wanted her to be brunette.
She was offered, or she offered to wear a blonde wig?
I've been reading it incorrectly. She offered.
Okay,
that's me. That's a me error, not the wiki error.
Okay, wow, Brian.
What's going on? 2 a.m. over here.
I know. So sorry.
Don't be sorry. Okay, no Lionel Luthor, no Lois Lane this episode. Okay, promotional images from the CW for the episode can be seen here on Krypton site. It's not interesting. It's Lana in a hospital bed. Clark is driving a brand new red Toyota Tundra in this episode.
What?
Toyota Tundra.
You don't say.
Fuck, there is a lot of fucking notes on this episode. This episode seemingly retcons almost all that has been mentioned about Chloe's childhood on the show. Chloe stated in Lineage that her mother left the family when she was 5. Then in Tomb, she had been in a mental institution since she was 12, which is also clarified in Smallville: The Visual Guide. A book, I guess. However, this episode portrays Moira as a loving mother until 1995, in which she voluntarily committed herself when Chloe was 8. It also suggests that despite the fact that Chloe was born in Metropolis, she was in Smallville sometime as a child in order to become meteor-infected 4 years before actually moving there at age 13. In addition, Moira was previously depicted in Tomb as blonde, and her state of consciousness was undetermined. couldn't. But she was able to stand and move. That's true. We see her back in a previous episode.
Yeah.
Though that was a vision,
lot.
right? Not literally her, right? So who knows?
No, I think she goes at the end of the episode.
Oh, you're right. Wow.
No, she dyed her hair.
Yeah. In a mental facility. They provided that.
Okay, Lex, I'll come to your secrets site, but you have to give me some hair dye.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm sick of this blonde hair.
Let's see here. It's interesting to note, I'll be the judge of that. At the beginning of the episode, when Lex is driving, he is changing radio stations until he settles for classic music. Given that when the show started, Lex has been presented with a sort of rebellious personality, having hard rock music associated with him for the most part, this subtly alludes to how much he changed ever since. And it's pretty much on part of the role line of blah, blah, fucking blah.
No, he's always also listened to classical music, too.
Right. This episode ended with Erica Durance in a public service announcement for the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation.
Well, that's nice.
They should include that. That's part of the episode. I forget exactly how I ended up down this rabbit hole before we started recording. But, you know what I did? I was on the Moira Sullivan Smallville Wikipedia page. And there it's listed that Gabe Sullivan, Moira Sullivan's ex-husband, is deceased. Which is funny, because I don't remember that happening in the show.
Yeah, when did we get that?
Maybe
it happens later? Maybe it happens later.
Nope, because this is the last time he's mentioned in that flashback. He is never seen or heard from again. A writer went on to say he was deceased. But Al Septian said he was. It said he hadn't been seen in the show because he passed away. But we haven't. It's the time he would have done that on the show is when Lex fake bombed Chloe's house.
No, yeah, I don't. Like, he just had a heart attack off screen.
Right. It's worth noting he's not at Chloe's high school graduation. He's not there. Let's see. In the episode Tomb, Lois says that Chloe hasn't been getting much sleep between school, her job at the planet, and ... but is cut off. Stretch. Stretch.
No, I dig it. I dig it.
And in the episode Kara, which will be next season, where Supergirl shows up for real, Lois Lane is presented as Chloe's closest relative. So we just quietly wrote him off somewhere. At some point, Chloe's father dies, and it just doesn't come up.
Clark mopes about his dad weekly, and Chloe doesn't say one fucking word about hers.
It's because she's fucking stuck. She's got shit to do. So that's the little rabbit hole I fell down there. Hey.
You know what I just realized? Hold on. Chloe doesn't remember when she gets under the power of her mom. Is that memory loss?
Oh, of course that's memory loss. That's several instances of memory loss.
Okay, so we got the beginning of the episode when she fucks up Lex.
Yep.
We got when she runs away from Clark with the meteor rock.
Yep.
And then can we count it as a separate time when she goes to her mom's hospital and makes a scene?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So that's 3 for Chloe.
That's 3.
And then we get the guy who Chloe's mom tries to get to kill Lex.
Yep.
We get the guy who she has to defend herself against, and we get the guy, I think it's the same guy, but it's a separate instance during the jailbreak.
Holy shit.
Yeah, baby. 6.
Look at that. That might be a record per episode. I just burped right into the microphone. Record per episode.
No, there was I think in season 4 we had the the Great Prom episode, which had a bunch.
Oh yeah, God, that episode was good. Remember that episode? I wish we were watching that episode.
I think they fucking dogged on it on Talkville, but
wrong.
We also got a Not Yourself in this episode. because Chloe wasn't herself.
There you go. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Talon Mix. We'll be back next week. We have another.
We got a good one next week. Just so
Thank
everyone
God.
knows, I know it was low energy this week and last week because the episodes were low energy. But if I remember right, Nemesis is next week, and that was, at least at the time, my favorite of the season and one of my
Nemesis is
favorites
next week?
overall.
All right.
It's a let's throw Clark and Lex together and they have to work together
Oh, hell
episode.
yeah. Oh, hell yeah. That's what I want. I want that. I want that.
Yes, that's what we all want, man.
Great.
That's what we all want.
Great. Hey, in your browser, in whatever fucking browser you got, bit.ly Brian Zach Pod. Bit.ly Brian Zach Pod. There's a link to our Discord. There's a link to our Patreon. Let's see. Hey, you're listening to this podcast somewhere, somehow. There's probably there's a way to indicate that you liked it. Please do it. Please just do it. We need this. We need this so bad. Please do it. Thank you for listening. Zach, do you have a question for the Smallville Gods?
I don't actually know the answer to this, and so I'm really asking the Smallville Gods. Is this the last? Are we done with stinkers for the season?
Good night, everybody. Good news. Good news.
All right. Yes. Thank God.
We'll see if we have to fight the Smallville Gods.